Welcome back, children. In this video you are going to learn about the continuation part of the plant kingdom. In that algae we are learning. In that I said there are three types of classes like chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae, rhodophyceae. Green algae, brown algae, red algae. According to what? Depending upon cell wall composition, reserved food and type of pigments, whether they are having locomotory organs or not. Depending upon that character, we have classified the algae into three classes. Yesterday class we discussed about chlorophyceae, now phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae members live mostly in marine. Mostly marine. Phaeophyceae members usually called seaweeds. And these plants grow very high, more than 100 meters. Right? So these are commonly called kelps. What are kelps? Seaweeds are also nothing but kelps. And you know one plant called macrocystis. This is grow more than 100 meters length, macrocystis. Along with that, some other plants like laminaria, ectocarpus, fucus, and then some other plants we can include in the phaeophyceae members like Sargassum, etc. These are all examples for what? Kelps. Yes? And what will be obtained mostly from kelps? When important substance like iodine. Iodine can be also obtained. And I told the seaweeds or the brown algal members, they possess stem-like, root-like, leaf-like. But usually all algal members and fungal members are showing thalloid organization, thallus, filamentous body. Then there will be no more true root, stem, leaf, but as they are having more height, they need to get some support from substratum, like suppose hold fast, stipe and frond. Right? What is hold fast? It acts as root like structure so that it could be easily attached to the what? Substratum. What is type? Stem like. Stem like structure. What is frond? Leaf like. The leaf, stem, root like structures can be seen in where? In the phaeophyceae, but they are not exactly the structures as like we discussed. So whenever hold fast, type, frond like words comes, you must remember that these members are belongs to phaeophyceae members. Right? Next one. Cell wall. Cell wall composition we discussed already. What? Inner side always cellulose, outside pectin. Sorry, it's algin. Outer side algin, inner side cellulose. And I told what is the importance of algin. Algin can hold more water. Water holding capacity is more. Right? Because of alginic acid. What are the type of pigments? Pigments already we discussed. What is that? chlorophyll A, comma C. Along with this, they are called as brown algae because they have one dominated pigment called fucoxanthin. Understanding? Like that. What is type of reserved food? That is nothing but, I told, either laminarian starch, and what is one more, mannitol, are the two types of starchy material would be seen in the plants like Phaeophyce members. Right? Sexual reproduction, both will be happen. Asexual reproduction occurs through motile spores. The motile spores we say as what? Zoospores. These are also nothing but zoospores, right? But the spores are seems to be pear shaped. How many flagella they have? 2 flagella. But remember, the 2 flagell members biflagellated. Biflagellated zoospores are asexual reproductive spores will be seen in the Phaeophyce members. The 2 flagella are usually occur at lateral region, right? Hence biflagellated lateral spores. What is the shape of the zoospores? They are nothing but pear shape. This is very important characteristic feature of Phaeophyce members only. The dominant pigments like fucoxanthin, laminarian and mannitol starch having kelps more than 100 meters growth, they seems to be as like weeds, right? Alginic acid contain outer cell wall. These are all the best characteristic features to define the members of Phaeophyce. Gametes also in the pear shape. The gamete, the male gamete if you take, are also biflagellated. If it is gamete, it is also laterally arranged. 2 flagella gametes with pear shaped. So, biflagellated asexual spores, biflagellated sexual gametes or spores are the characteristic features of Phaeophyce member. Got it? This fucus, I told no fucus, it is very important. It shows not haplontic cycle but diplontic cycle. Diplontic life cycle. Sir, what is the meaning of diplontic and haplontic will be explained last concept of plant kingdom. Of course, in the beginning, in alternation of generations, I told already. So, life cycle of algal members are usually haplontic, but the fucus, even though it's one alga, it shows a diplontic life cycle. Of course, Ectocarpus, Laminaria, these are also so haplodiplontic life cycle instead of haplontic life cycle. These will be clarified you in the after concepts, right? This is about Phaeophyce. What is red algae? Red algal members are exclusively marine forms. They are only found on marine water, but there is an exception which is freshwater red alga, that is nothing but Butyrocosphaermum. Butyrocosphaermum is a freshwater red alga. Are you understanding, my children? This is very important character. And the red algal members live, the shallow as well deepest areas. Shallow and deep of oceans. Can I say? Shallow regions are what? More temperature, right? So more temperature tolerating, and deep of the ocean means low temperature. So more and low, both the temperatures are adapted. Plants are nothing but red algae, rhodophyceae members. Are you understanding him? Next important character, I told already, cell wall. Cell wall is having two layers. The inner layer is always cellulose, right? And the outer layer is polysulfate esters, I told. Polysulfate esters. What are polysulfate esters? Like a calcium carbonate like. This is important characteristic feature of cell wall. And coming to the pigmentation. Why it is called red algae? It has R-phycoerythrin. R-phycoerythrin, right, is the dominant pigment, and it has chlorophyll A and D. Chlorophyll AD, along with chlorophyll AD, there is a dominant pigment which imparts the color like red. That is nothing but R-phycoerythrin, right? And I told the residue food material. What is residue food material of the red algae? Floridian starch. Floridian starch is the type of residue food will be seen in the red algae. Red algal members, they do not have locomotory organs. Locomotory organs are absent for both asexual and sexual. This is one of important characters of the red algae, right? So what does it mean? Locomotory organs. What are locomotory organs? Usually we say flagella. Yes? So there is no flagella. So flagella for asexual spores, and sexual spores are not having any kind of locomotory organs. Non-flagellated asexual spores, non-flagellated sexual spores are the characteristic features of the red algae. And here I told that Floridian starch, which is equal to in higher organisms how amylopectin. In sometimes oil droplets. The residue food material of Floridian starch is equal to the amylopectin of higher organism or higher plants, like animals you take. This is also one of important characters. Amylopectin, oil, Floridian starch are the characteristic features of rhodophyceae members. Polysiphonia. Polysiphonia is highly advanced algae. It's highly advanced or highly evolved alga. Highly evolved alga is nothing but Polysiphonia, which belongs to red algae. Why I am telling in this? Usually oogonium is the female reproductive organ or female sex organ. The female sex organ in the lower plants like algae and fungi we usually call oogonium. Antheridium is male sex organ, right? It is male sex organ of the lower plants like algae and fungi. Oogonium, instead of oogonium, usually most of algal members, either male or female sex organs, are usually unicellular. Unicellular sex organs can be found, but very rarely plants like Polysiphonia, the sex organ is multicellular. Are you understanding? Usually, the sex organs in the algae are unicellular, but occasionally plants like Polysiphonia belongs to red algae. They exhibits multicellular sex organs. Now, in case of multicellular sex organs, we should not call that female as oogonium, male sex organ as antheridium. Instead, what we named the oogonium of Polysiphonia is called carpogonium. It is carpogonium, right? And then for antheridium, spermatium, spermatium or spermatium. Are you understanding, my children? The word carpogonium, spermatium, whenever comes, you must remember these two are multicellular sex organs, belongs to Polysiphonia, and it is a red alga. And next, one more important thing I would like to explain. Post-fertilization events. Post-fertilization events. Post-fertilization events is one of important characteristic feature of the Polysiphonia. So, having multicellular sex organs and having names, different names like carpogonium, spermatium, and thirdly, post-fertilization events. These are all exclusively comes for Polysiphonia. So that I have taken this one example for description. This is very, very important. Apart from this, some other examples also there. Gracilaria. Yes, Gelidium and Gracilaria are the two red algal members. From these two will be obtained one of very, very important culture medium or nutrient material, that is nothing but agar. Agar is a culture medium. That agar nutrient is obtained from red algal members only. Yes, and one more plant. That plant name is Chondrus crispus. Chondrus crispus is one more red alga. From this plant will be obtained one of very important substances. That is nothing but charazin. Right? Agar, charazin, like different types of substances. It is an emulsifier. It gives some sticky nature if we add to the paints. Right? Some furnishing material, some varnishing material will be add charazin substance to become a little bit sticky for more adhesive nature. And thus the two types of very important substances we are obtaining from one of algal members, they are nothing but red algal members. Right? One more example also, that is nothing but porphyra. Porphyra is also a red algal member. Hope this is understood by you, right? So what? Polysiphonia, Gelidium gracilaria, Porphyra, Chondrus crispus, these are all examples for what? Red alga. Red alga is highly evolved organelle, right? This is about algae, right? I told, if you go through the classification category, cryptogams, first one algae. I have explained what is algae and what kind of classes were there. The second category is fungi, but the fungi was already we discussed it. Next, bryophyte. Bryophyte members are also called amphibians of the plant kingdom. amphibians of the plant kingdom is nothing but bryophyte. Yes? Why? They need cool, damp and moisture environment. For what? For transportation of gametes. For transportation of gametes. Right? So for transportation of gametes and spores, bryophyte members need moisture. If sufficient or adequate amount of moisture doesn't available, transportation of gametes and spores will not be occurred, and then the distribution of plants will come very, very less. Bryophyte members are maybe thalloid, thalloid members like Marchantia. What is thalloid member? Like we cannot identify whether it is root, stem, leaf, like that, but some phylloid. Phylloid means plant body. Plant body can be easily observed. How I will explain? Suppose this is Marchantia. This is about Marchantia. Where is root, where is stem, where is leaf, we cannot identify. But if you see this plant, right? This is, seems to be a well developed, highly advanced bryophyte. This is also bryophyte, this is also bryophyte. It seems to be plant body, but it seems to be thalloid body. Like thalloid body, lower bryophytes are there, highly evolved mosses plants also there, right? So this is example of a funaria, and it is the plant called Marchantia. This is Marchantia and this is funaria. Understand? So both the type of characters of external appearance can be observed. One of important characters I am going to explain that it is first embryophytic plants. First embryophytic plants. This is very, very important. I told after zygote formation in lower plants like algae, fungi, zygote undergo meiosis. But here zygote do not undergo for meiosis, but it undergo for mitosis to produce a multicellular undifferentiated body, that it is nothing but embryo. So the first embryophytic plants are nothing but bryophytes. Multicellular sex organs. And the sex organs are having jackets, and they are having stalk. So what does it mean? Sex organs. If you go to members like algae, I said exceptionally Chara, a green alga, Polysiphonia, a red alga, only those two are multicellular sex organs, very rarely. Some others also there, but usually unicellular, the sex organs. But coming to the bryophyte, the sex organs are multicellular. And they are having jacketed, means suppose I would like to tell, this is female sex organ which is called archegonium. So what is archegonium? Female sex organ in bryophyte onwards, we called it as archegonium. But in algal members what we call oogonium. And the female sex organ is, male sex organ is antheridium. It is common. Then how it seems to be? This is stalk. This is also stalk. The sex organs are having stalk-like structures, and this is called neck. And these are covered with jacket, multicellular jacket. See this, like this. Sex organs are multicellular and they have stalk and they are jacketed. This is also, it seems to be like club shape, right? This is stalk, this is jacket, and this many antheridia will be developed. Right? So what did you understand about this? The sex organs of bryophytes are multicellular, stalked and jacketed. What is female sex organ? We are called archegonium. In before we called this female sex organ as what? Oogonium. Yes, my children? Next one. Bryophytes all are homosporous. This is very important. All bryophytes, this is very, very important. All bryophytes are homosporous. What is the meaning of homosporous? I will explain. It is called capsule. This is called operculum. And in this, spore mother cells are there. Spore mother cells ploid always diploid. They undergo which division? Meiosis. After meiosis, the produced spores are in haploid nature. The haploid spores are all seems to be same in shape. Understanding? The spores, if they developed from spore mother cell, are structurally, morphologically, genetically similar, then such spores are called homospores, and that phenomenon is called homosporous. So, in bryophytes, there is no heterospory, which means this is microspore, this is megaspore. Like that kind of differentiation is not there. All spores are same. Hence, it is called homosporous. This is very, very important, my children. You need to be understand very clearly. Right? Next, one more character I would like to explain. Now, two stages like gametophyte stage and sporophyte phase. What is the ploidy of gametophyte? Always N. Sporophyte always 2N. Yes, my children, let us see how the thing will takes place. Now, I just told this is a plant of bryophyte. This is capsule, and here these are leaves. Yes? Now, in the leaves, what are there? Sex organs are there. So, this is what? Stem-like structure. It is what? Root-like structure. And these are what? Leaf-like structure. Yes? But these are not exactly root-like structures. Roots we call usually rhizoids. Stem we call colloid. Leaf we call phylloid. Phylloid seems to be leaf-like. Colloid seems to be stem-like. Rhizoid seems to be root-like structure. Are you understanding? So these all, here what I told, these are sex organs. Sex organs are presented in the leaves. So in the leaves, sex organs are there. When these are having sex organs, then can we call it as gametophyte? Definitely. So this is called gametophyte. Gametophyte is N, always haploid. The gametophyte produces here male sex organ produce male gamete, female sex organ produces female gamete. Understanding, my children? So male gamete N, female gamete N. Together what it forms? A diploid zygote is formed. Where? On the gametophyte only. Here it is formed. Now the gametophyte, the zygote, it develops into what I told? Embryo. That embryo directly develops into three parts like a foot-like part, foot, and a long seta, and this part is called capsule. Are you understand, my children? So the parts such as what? Foot, capsule, seta. These parts are formed from where? From embryo. What is the ploid of embryo? Zygote 2n. So the embryo develops into foot, seta, capsule, which is a sporophyte. Sporophyte always which condition I told? 2n. Are you understanding, my children? Now you see, this is what I told, capsule. Capsule contains what? Spore mother cells. What is ploid of capsule? 2n only. Why? If the zygote and embryo develops into foot, seta, capsule, all are 2n condition. Then spore mother cells also 2n. Then which division they undergo? They undergo meiosis. And the spore mother cell produces what? Haploid spores, N condition. These haploid spores gives rise to a gametophyte. Each spore produces one gametophyte. What is the ploid of gametophyte? N. This N is having what? Root, stem, leaf. It is independently grow and it perform photosynthesis. It is a dominant phase. On this gametophyte, later the sporophyte is developed. Did you understand, my children? So sporophyte is depending on gametophyte. So that what could I come to conclude? Gametophyte is dominant. Gametophyte is do photosynthesis. Dominant gametophyte is give accommodation to what? Sporophyte. The gametophyte is here independent. Now let's coming to the sporophyte. Sporophyte is dependent on where? On gametophyte. And sporophyte is short-lived. Why? After production of spores, this entire part, what are the parts of sporophyte? Foot, seta, capsule. Suppose I am taking one moss plant as an example to explain what is alternation of generation. So you will get a very important question. The main plant body of bryophyte is what? Gametophyte. So that I could conclude, and I would like to write main plant body. Main plant body of bryophyte is gametophyte. Gametophyte is a dominant phase. Gametophyte is independent phase. It do photosynthesis. It give accommodation to sporophyte. Now tell me, what are the parts of gametophyte? Root like rhizoids, stem like colloids, leaf like phylloids. In leaf, sex organs are there. then male and female gamete produce zygote, zygote develop into embryo, embryo develop into sporophyte. Are you understanding? So sporophyte is depending upon gametophyte. This kind of life cycle is alternation of generations. So you need to be understand. Question will come, what is the dominant phase in bryophyte? That is nothing but gametophyte. What is the ploid of gametophyte? Haploid. What is the dependent phase of bryophyte? Sporophyte. What is the ploidy of sporophyte? Diploid. What are the three parts of sporophyte? Foot, seta, capsule. Capsule contains what? Spore mother cells. Spore mother cell undergo which division? Meiosis to produce haploid spores. Each haploid spore produce a gametophyte. This is about the general characteristics of bryophyte.